Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to my continuation of the best skincare of 2022. In case you missed it, we did the best drugstore skincare of 2022, and today's video is going to be the best of Korean skincare. Oh, I am so excited for this video. I hope you are too. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, please know this is not just the best products of this present year. My goal is to share with you the best products of all time. For that reason, I need to give you a little bit more of a continuation of an intro. I'm so sorry. If you don't like intros, there are timestamps and links in the description box below, and we've got a lot of categories for this video. But speaking of categories, this is what I need to make sure to tell you in today's video. I had some questions in my drugstore video of, why don't you have any eye creams in this video, for example. One thing I really don't want to do with this series is force myself to choose products. I want to make sure that when I call a product a favorite in a category, I really believe that it's not some kind of I settled for it so it could fit into this video. And for example, when it came to drugstore eye creams, I just found myself feeling like Korean eye creams are so much better. You get so much more for the price. Basically, if I'm not able to come up with a favorite, I'm not going to include it in that video. I also want to make sure to do some disclosure for this video. It's kind of tricky with K-beauty because, the reason the FTC wants us to disclose any gifted products is so you as viewers know what brands we have relationships with. But I don't have a ton of relationships with K-beauty brands. Instead, it's that I have relationships with the retailers, and of course that would be mainly Stylevana as well as Yesstyle, who have so kindly gifted me products over the years, and I really appreciate it. It's helped me tremendously because, let me tell you honestly, the expensive part of running a channel isn't buying the products, it's the stuff that you don't see. Well, some of it you see. See that foam back there for soundproofing? Ugh. I hate that foam. It's expensive. It's ugly. I hate that foam. But anyway, I do have discount codes with those companies. If you would like to use those, it will get you a discount and it will help to support this channel. I will affiliate whatever links I can as well. And I also want to tell you the brands that I do have relationships with, and that would be Medicube, IOP, Skin 1004, and Dungin. Those are brands that I have had the privilege of working with in the past. I'm very thankful for that. They're wonderful brands. I'm very picky with the brands I work with. Let's go ahead and get into this video. As always, I want to pick a few favorite categories for this video. You want to try to guess them first? I think you can. Let's see how many you get. Sunscreens, toners and essences, and eye creams. So of course we are going to start with the category of sunscreen. It's a very exciting category for me. Some of you may know that when it comes to Western sunscreens, I'm so limited in what I can use because my skin does have allergies as well. And yet I've been able to use so many more Korean beauty sunscreens. So I have 5 choices here. First off, my favorite lightweight sunscreen. It's got to go to the Skin 1004 Water Fit sunscreen. This sunscreen is so lightweight, it just immediately sinks into your skin. It doesn't leave a white cast behind, and it doesn't leave too much of a glow for those of you that don't want to, be glowing overboard. The whole claim with this is that it's supposed to feel like water on your skin, and it really does. It's incredibly lightweight. If you've been looking for a sunscreen you can't feel, that's such a good pick. Now, if you want a more moisturizing sunscreen, I'm going to go with the Round Lab Birch sunscreen from my most recent trial on this channel. This one definitely has much more of a moisturizing feel to it, but it is that same Kolmar base. I know some people are kind of hesitant of the whole Kolmar base. Some people have said, well, how are these different sunscreens made by this same company different? Well, they actually are. You can definitely feel that when you start using them. That said, I think what's kind of nice about the Kolmar situation is that if those base ingredients work for you, you can probably choose from any of the sunscreens available. Although I will say with Birch, do keep in mind you can have an allergy to it. Thankfully, I don't, apparently, in sunscreen. For my favorite stick sunscreen, I've got to go with Acne-Prone. I've got to go with the Acne-Prone stick. I think that it is absolutely beautiful and so nice for quick touch-ups. You just swipe this on. I do like the shape of it. I do like how easy it is to get into your nose area, around your eyes. I have noticed that stick sunscreens have slightly different formulations to them, so again, make sure you check those filters if you have a more sensitive skin type, but I do really like that one and do really well with it. For a hybrid, please forgive me, this is kbeauty. You know what it is now, right? Yeah, the Can Make Mermaid Sun Gel. I've just got to go with this. It's such a good hybrid. So a hybrid is going to include both mineral as well as chemical filters. And I think that this can make a really ideal choice for those of you that have maybe combo or oily skin. Keep in mind that mineral filters do have astringent properties to them, so they can feel a little bit drying. And you know, if you have a more oily skin type, you might be looking for that. If you have dry skin, you might not want too much, and that's actually what's nice about hybrids, is that it's not too much. It's just a really good balance. I think this is such a good sunscreen. Hopefully in 2023 I do explore more kbeauty. I'm hoping to, you know? I just keep getting sidetracked. And a favorite mineral sunscreen, I am gonna go with the Peslo Safe Recipe. Typically, I am very picky with mineral sunscreens, but this one is nice. Now, all that said, listen, as somebody who uses adapalene, my skin is already extra dry, and that's kind of why I've moved away from these mineral sunscreens. But you know, not everybody's using strong retinoids, so I think that they can still have a place. Some people have very sensitive skin and need to use mineral filters, and I will tell you honestly, I think Peslo is the best that I've tried, kind of not just in the kbeauty category, but as a whole. It's a really, really nice sunscreen. Note that that contains rosemary. As you know, some people don't want to use any type of ingredients that contribute to scent. I'm not going to comment too much on that throughout this video. Instead, we have the ingredients up on the screen so you can look for your allergens or ingredients that you are avoiding as well as looking for. Let's do eye creams. I am so excited for this category because I'm telling you, these are incredible eye creams, and a lot of them are really affordable. I'm not putting prices up in this video because it's just too confusing. They change too quickly with kbeauty products, but these are typically affordable. So my favorite smoothing eye cream, I've decided to go with the Benton Fermentation Eye Cream. This one is so beautiful. It has your fermented ingredients, some bifida, some galactomyces. It has some peptide ingredients, all in this just gorgeous creamy formula. It is so beautiful. And then for a restoring eye cream, basically what I mean by that is just a little bit more heavyweight. I am absolutely going with the Hamish Marine Care Eye Cream. Ooh, this one has a long ingredients list, but I love it. I absolutely love this eye cream. It is super thick. I've gone through, is it 2 of these so far? I think 2. But this one is a brand new tub that I got, I think in one of the advent calendars. So hopefully you can see it is a very thick and creamy eye cream. Some people have called it a dupe for the La Mer eye cream, which I'm never going to try because that is super out of my budget. All I can tell you is that this is gorgeous. To me, it kind of feels more like a dupe for the Kiehl's, which is kind of saying something. If you're familiar with the Kiehl's, that one is pretty heavy also, the avocado eye cream. Yeah, this one is pretty thick. I definitely think this is going to be a nighttime eye cream because it feels very heavy, but you know, if you've got dry skin, you might love that as much as I do. For a brightening eye cream, I've decided to go with the Mary & May Tranexamic Acid and Glutathione Eye Cream. To be honest with you, I don't think I thought that I was going to like this as much as I do. It says on the front here, 1,000 parts per million of tranexamic acid and glutathione, which is kind of low compared to what we see studied, but we also don't have a lot of studies on tranexamic acid in the eye area. It's more on the lightweight side, so it's actually nice for daytime use. Now, I do want to say something about the brightening category. I typically prefer a little bit of a cosmetic effect, so I was thinking about this, and I would also kind of supplement this with something like the Skin Food Salmon Dark Circle Eye Concealer, I think this is called. Yes, concealer cream. And then an eye serum, I cannot possibly go with any other eye serum than the Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum with ginseng and retinaldehyde. How the heck do they do this? How do they have such an affordable retinaldehyde eye cream? I can't figure it out. You all know that if this was a Western brand, they would be selling this eye cream, which is a full fluid ounce, for what, 80, 160? This retails for around $18, $19. You can find it for as low as $10. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I even have my favorite eye patches for today's video, and it is the Pyunkang Yule Black Tea eye patches, which also coincidentally come in gorgeous packaging. I don't think I thought these were going to be all that special, but I absolutely love these. This too is my second jar of these. They are just your standard gels. And yet I feel like after I use these, my under eye area looks more hydrated, it looks more plump. It must be a formula win on this one, because again, it has kind of a longer ingredients list, but it works wonders for me. Getting into the toners section. Okay, so what I've decided to do is separate the toners into generally our lighter category, and then the essences are a little bit more heavy. Now, the reason I'm so excited for this section is because I feel like whenever I go to tell you what one of these toners are, for example, calming or brightening, I also feel like they're more than that. And it is incredible to think that I'm saying that about products that are this affordable. In general, I reserve that entire conversation for more expensive products. You know, you're paying for more formulation, and yet, oh, kbeauty is just so good at toners and essences. Let's get into it. So let's start with my favorite hydrating essence. This one might surprise you. It surprises me. I didn't think I was going to go with this, but I also have to, or I just wouldn't be being honest with myself. The Anua Heartleaf Soothing Toner. Now this one calls itself a soothing toner, and it is, but I also find it to be perfectly hydrating. It is not too heavy, it is very watery, but it is so soothing and yet hydrating. And again, when you look at the ingredients, you might find yourself going, but why? What ingredients in there are contributing to soothing and hydrating? And you know, it could just be that 77% heart leaf. You know, don't forget, these plant ingredients do contain hydrating polysaccharides. And I think it's possible that Anua has some higher quality of heart leaf or just a higher percentage. Regardless, I love this dang toner. I love it. Then, my favorite calming toner, I've decided to go with the Medicube Super Cica. Cica and Heartleaf. I think I might just really like Heartleaf. Super Cica toner, which does contain your active constituents of the Cica plant. I've noticed that Medicube has been transitioning into fragrance-free. This is now a fragrance-free option, while it formerly wasn't, and oh my goodness, it is a gorgeous calming toner. My favorite brightening toner, this one might actually really surprise some of you, but I've got to go with this because again, it's just doing so much more than only brightening, and that is the Eccentree Onion New Pair Essence Toner. Dang, this is so underrated. I think it is just because people assume that it's gonna smell like onions. It doesn't. Instead, it brightens, it soothes, it hydrates. It is absolutely an incredible toner. Does not smell like onions at all. It is slightly thicker than the first two that I showed you. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then my favorite clarifying toner is also Eccentree. They've changed the packaging on this, but I have a backup of this, so you're gonna see this packaging for a while. This is the Chestnut BHA 2% Clear Liquid. You know, it's through this video that I've actually realized I think I really like Eccentree. Like, I really love the brand. I think that this also works just as well as the Paula's Choice, for me at least. I don't think that the pH is as low on this one, and I know some people have said that makes it ineffective, but there are studies that have shown BHA is effective even at a more skin-friendly pH. So I think that's something to keep in mind. We might be changing our tune with BHA. All I can tell you is it seems to work just as well for me. Essences, I am just as excited to share these as I was the toners. So first of all, my favorite hydrating essence, I have got to go with the Hanskin Hyaluron Skin Essence. I've just got to. It again is a product that overall it's kind of more simple, but it works so well for hydrating your skin. It does have a little bit more of that viscous consistency to it where it doesn't fall too quickly. You know, it's just so enjoyable to use, and I think something that's really nice about this, and I know I talked about this in my favorite hydrating essences. Again though, if you're somebody who can't use the fermented ingredients that are really popular in kbeauty, this one does not contain those. My favorite calming essence is also a big surprise to me because why is this so calming? Why is it so calming? The Misha Time Revolution Artemisia Essence, which is now in different packaging, but it is the same formula. So this is a product that contains double fermented Artemisia annua. And even though fermenting ingredients doesn't work for everybody, as I was just saying, if it does work for you, you may notice that you get better results from fermented ingredients, and that could simply be because it does make those ingredients more bioavailable to your skin. And somehow, in a product that has one ingredient, this is a very calming formula. One more thing with this, so the ingredients list is pretty simple because this is a Korean product. If this was sold in the US, it would have a different ingredients list. It would have to list out what is in that extract. Probably not a whole lot, but when we get to, inevitably, the Skin 1004 Ampoule, you'll see what I mean. My favorite brightening essence, I am going with the IOP Bio Conditioning Essence. This too is a brand new bottle. Have I even opened this bottle yet? No, I haven't. Oh my goodness, I had such good results with the first bottle of this that I tried. It was so good for brightening my skin. Leaves your skin so super glowy. And I think what's interesting about this, the reason I ended up ultimately choosing this one over products like the Neogen is because I do feel like I appreciate the simplicity of this ingredients list. There were times where I wasn't actually sure that my skin was getting along with the Neogen just because there's a lot going on in it, I guess, whereas this one, I've never had any kind of concern with the ingredients because it is so simple. And yet so brightening, leaves your skin super glowy. If you want to get even more advanced results, follow the markings on the side. Don't feel like you have to though. They're just there as guidelines. As for my favorite soothing essence, as well as my number 2 favorite product of all time, the COSRX Advanced Nail 96 Mucin Power Essence. Brand new bottle of this also. I just finished off one. You'll see it in my next empties. Ugh, this has just done so much for me. 96% snail slime, and it just doesn't sound like it would be all that exciting, but there is something so wonderful about using this product. It is something that I just can't replicate with other products. It is a product that hydrates, a product that soothes, a product that is incredible for my acne-prone skin. I find that it actually does soothe my skin when I'm dealing with breakouts. And you know, again, I think it's just simply because these snails are creating this snail mucin to put all around themselves to protect themselves. It's anti-inflammatory. It's their own, way of keeping themselves safe in this giant world out there. I understand you, snails. I understand you. Thanks for making all this snail mucin. I really appreciate it. And then final category, my favorite moisturizing essence, and this is kind of a newer category for me. As I talked about in, I don't remember which video at this point, but I talked about how this entire category of moisturizing essences, I wasn't sure what to do with it for so long. I finally tried using it after my serum, and that is where to put it. Oh my goodness, it will leave your skin looking so glowy and radiant to use this in your routine, and it is moisturizing. I think that's what's so unique about this category. Now, I have to go with the Dr. Sturickel Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence because I really like the ingredients list in this. I find that, Mary and May has one, Laneige's Cream Skin Refiner is one, but I think that this just has the best ingredients and therefore it gives me the best results. Close calls with the others though. So again, if you've never seen a product like this, it comes in 2 layers. You shake it up and you get a milky toner. Milky essence. And let me do a quick swatch of this so you can see. It is definitely a more viscous product, more on the moisturizing side. So now going back to the beginning, let's do some cleansers. I wanted to share with you my favorite gel cleanser, bearing in mind that I've been incredibly picky with kbeauty cleansers, incredibly picky. I have felt like they're a little bit more drying than, our drugstore counterparts. I felt that for the longest time until I tried the Lagome Cell Up Gel to Water Cleanser. My goodness, I love this one. This is a morning cleanser. This is not intended for nighttime use, but that is something that I needed in my life. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I don't know if I can really swatch this and capture what it does, but it turns into water on your skin. And then you just rinse it right off and your skin feels not stripped at all. Clean, but not stripped at all. What's so funny is I was making the ingredients list for this video, and in so doing, I realized this looks like a terrible formula. Doesn't it look bad, but I'm telling you, this is that the importance of formulation as opposed to just the ingredients. This all comes together to be such a beautiful cleanser, and while my skin is a little more sensitive and I often cannot handle leave-on essential oil ingredients or lots of fragrance, I can in a wash-off formula. Then again, we are trialing Access Y right now, and I have to say I felt very surprised by how many of their products I'm able to use. That's coming this month, Okay, so my favorite foaming cleanser next. I've decided to, again, these are my favorites, so, feel free to share your favorites in the comments, but my favorite foaming cleanser has to also be my favorite exfoliating cleanser, and that is the Make Prim Biome Bubble Peeling Cleanser. I was about to read this whole description and I'm like, biome cleanser. So this is the type of foaming cleanser that I really love. It just makes me so happy. It's skintertainment, as they say. I just love it. But oh my gosh, this is such a unique cleanser because it's not just a foaming cleanser. As you start massaging this into your skin, you get that peeling gel effect. It actually has, the product balls up on itself, and so you get these tiny bits of exfoliation, very gentle exfoliation, and that fun foaming effect. Can you see the bits? You see the exfoliating bits in there, kind of. My favorite cream cleanser next. Oh my goodness, I love the Seoris Cleanse Me Softly. I love this cleanser. It is so incredible if you do have a more dry skin type. I still got the peeling bits on me. They didn't wipe off as easily. Just ignore those. This has no peeling bits. It looks like a moisturizer, but it is a cleanser, and it is such a gentle cleanser. I feel like I only have one gripe with this cleanser, and that is every time I use this, every time I get the Lauryn Hill song. Was that even Lauryn Hill, or was that the group she was with before? Who did Killing Me Softly? I get it stuck in my head every time, and I don't always connect the dots. Sometimes, I'll have used this, and then later I'm singing it in my head, and I'm going, where did this come from? Oh, Seoris. That's not really a con because it's a great song. That's one of the best songs that was ever made. Next up, my favorite powder cleanser. So for this, the By Wishtryn Green... Did I just say By Wishtryn Green Tea? I think I did. I never remember to grab water for this video. Anyway, again, this is another product where it is powder and it does contain enzymes. So what you do is you add the water to this powder, mix it up, and in the end, you end up with a beautiful cleanser that does exfoliate very gently through those enzymes. One thing I want to note with these is the weight always looks small. This one is 2.47 ounces. That, sounds small compared to a 5-ounce cleanser, but it doesn't contain water. You're adding the water. So these last just as long. My favorite cleansing oil. This is a category that I couldn't decide on in either of our other two videos, so my favorite cleansing oil of 2022 of all time is the Skin 1004 cleansing oil. The reason why I love this so much, their light cleansing oil, is because what I've noticed is I gravitate towards cleansing oils when I want to quickly remove my sunscreen or makeup. Cleansing balms, it's a little more of a ritual, which typically I really enjoy that ritual, but sometimes I don't have the time for it. Sometimes I don't, and that's when I grab this product. And the reason is because you can actually single cleanse with this, and it works. It works. You don't necessarily need to double cleanse with this. I just have not yet encountered a cleansing oil that works as efficiently as that one as a both cleanser. And then my favorite cleansing balm, for this one I have decided to go with the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm. This one is completely fragrance-free, and I often admit to you that I do enjoy fragrance in this step, but this is such a well-done cleansing balm that I've just got to give this one my favorite. I love this system here. I love that it comes with a scoop. You can, I guess you're probably supposed to remove this, but I leave that in there so I can just open it up and then get to the balm later. No added scent, doesn't irritate my eyes at all. Some of the scented ones can. In fact, the Elemis Rose specifically, ooh, that one has really irritated my eyes. This one does not irritate them at all. I will say, I know they reformulated this a couple of times, and I think there was a version in the past that did irritate people's eyes. This one, not at all. Next up is Serum and Ampoule. Let's go ahead and start with my favorite calming serum or ampoule, and it is an ampoule, and it is the Skin 1004 Centella Asiatica Ampoule. They actually have a fantastic series of 5 of these now. I decided to just go with this one because it is so simple and so straightforward. And again, this is the product I was talking about where you have that somewhat longer ingredients list in the West. If you were buying this in Korea, it would have 1 ingredient. Centella Asiatica extract. It is super lightweight. By the way, I discovered that if your skin is really irritated, go hard with this. Go real hard with this. Yeah, have your face loaded up looking like this, let it all sink in, and oh my goodness, you too will feel convinced of this product. And you know, you don't have to do that every single day. I only do that when my skin is really irritated, but wow, does it work. I think that's how I'm finally plowing through this because it's a huge bottle. 3.38 fluid ounces. I do only do this with this ampoule though. They have a couple others. The Tea Trika is a beautiful ampoule also, but I use less of that one. This one I go heavy with, again, when I'm irritated. My favorite anti-aging serum. This is where I've got to go a little bit more expensive because I truly feel this one is worth it. The Dungyeonbi Red Ginseng Daily Defense Essence EX. It is more of a serum product. So I've talked before about how I love ginseng. I love what it does for my skin. I will tell you that it's not just that it's ginseng or even that it's red ginseng. I think it is ginsenosides. The active constituents of ginseng, I think that's a big part of it. You know, that's what Suwasu is using and that's what Dungyeonbi is using as well to, I think, make these much more effective products. If you want more information on this, check out my ginseng video. Anyway, it is absolutely a gorgeous product full of not just ginseng, not just red ginseng, but those ginsenosides. Oh, this does so much for my skin. I love the smell of this too. It smells, I guess that's hanbang. It smells richly of ginseng. It smells so good. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna add in my favorite exfoliating serum, and for that, I've gotta go with Medicube. I've gotta go with this Zero Pore One Day Serum. You know, I've kind of moved away from exfoliating ingredients. You're not gonna see a ton of them in really any of these videos, but this one is really effective, and I think a lot of that is because it's mostly using PHA, that more gentle version of an exfoliant, a chemical exfoliant, but also some AHA and some BHA. I really think that this product has really done a lot for my skin in terms of, you know, the older acne scars that I had just kind of lingering. I feel like this has been a big player in helping to minimize those. And again, like I was saying earlier, this is a fragrance-free option from Medicube. It is really well done. The best repairing serum is just me nodding in agreement with all of you, it turns out. The R&W Ceramide. My goodness, this is gorgeous. It is gorgeous if you have sensitive or irritated skin. This is such a good choice for you. Loaded with ceramides, contains peptide ingredients also, all in a fragrance-free, low irritant formula. It is gorgeous. I'm so happy I tried this. And then my favorite hydrating serum, and this is an ampoule also. I've got to go with the Lab. I've got to go with this. I don't have a lot of hyaluronic acid favorites because hyaluronic acid feels like it's in everything, but somehow the Lab Oligo Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Ampoule, there's something special to it. There is something special to this product, if not the entire brand, in the way that they are using hyaluronic acid, that it just makes for this incredibly gorgeous ampoule. Let's go ahead and do a couple of mists next. I don't have a ton of mists, just 2. So first of all, for a fine mist, the Kahi. The Kahi mist, I don't currently have this. I did finish off mine, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I called it a dupe for the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist. I feel like it is. The only thing with Kahi is I haven't figured out this brand at all. I don't understand why sometimes I look at the brand and they're really expensive. Sometimes I go on Stylevana and they're super affordable. I want to say I paid maybe $10 for that mist. It should be super affordable. And then for an emollient mist, the Cioris Time is Running Out mist. This one is a lot like the Beekman 1802 mist, or the other way around. It does have a little bit more scent going on to it though. It's a shaker. It's a shaker, not to be confused with a religion. Is that a religion? Wait, is it? I think it is. Anyway, you have to shake it up and then you can spray it on. It will make you so glowy. It will. I'm already so glowy today here. Okay, so now moisturizer. So I have a funny story for you. Sorry, I know I've gathered some people don't like story times, but really quickly. So I had a bit of trouble with this because, again, I do have a drier skin type. So I had to go to my sweetie and I had to bring her 2 moisturizers. And I said, okay, one of these is a gel and one of them is technically a cream, but I think they're both lightweight. Can you help me figure out if I'm right? So the choices were the Acne-Prone Onion Gel and the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream. So she tried the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty first, and she said, yeah, you know, that's a really nice lightweight moisturizer. It looks like it'll be kind of more creamy than it is, but it actually is really lightweight, sinks in real quickly. And then she tried the Acne-Prone Onion, and she says, okay, Alice, just because something is called a gel does not by default mean that it will be lightweight. So thanks to her thoughts, we've narrowed this down and we'll go with the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream. Now for medium weight moisturizers, which is where I typically get my daytime creams from, I could not decide on a favorite. We have 2 here. First of all, the Mary & May Ida Benone Blackberry Intense Cream. It says that it's heavier, but I would say it's more, again, as someone with dry skin, I would say it's more of a medium weight moisturizer. Can you tell that this really is a video of my favorites? Oh right, I'm not wearing makeup. I can just put this stuff on my face so you can see it's definitely more lightweight in spite of saying it's a cream. I think it's a great daytime moisturizer, especially because it is so rich in antioxidants. But I also have to admit to you all, I think that this might be my favorite daytime moisturizer, what I'm about to show you. I was thinking about this. I've already finished off one of these recently. I repurchased another and I'm almost done with this too. And that is the Acne-Prone Mugwort Cream. This is the older packaging. It now has a much clearer name. They used to call it the Spot Saver, and I think that was just real confusing for people. Goodness gracious, I absolutely adore this moisturizer. I think that it is also calming though. And again, you know, as somebody with a little bit more of a reactive skin type, I think I'm really looking for that. So again, here. Again, we'll just swatch this here. You can see it's nice and lightweight, but dry skin lightweight. Dry skin lightweight, that is a very different type of lightweight. I don't know, oily skin types, it might be a night cream for you, but man, it is gorgeous. And then for a rich cream, you know I'm gonna go with this Seoris Deepen a Barrier. If you saw my favorite heavy moisturizers video, this was in that. I absolutely love this product. It's another one that I tried to go without and couldn't. I had to repurchase it. Super thick and wonderful. Oh, again. Definitely a little bit more thick. It also has a scent to it from the Tamanu oil. A scent that maybe not everybody will like, but oh, it's so healing and restorative. It's such a wonderful heavier cream. And my final category for this video is masks. I'm surprised by how many favorite masks I have. Let's go ahead and get into them, starting with sheet masks. So the Rovectin Lotus Sheet Mask. This is gorgeous. Now listen, I'm going to tell you something honestly. I do prefer to DIY my own sheet masks these days, but in all truth, it is very difficult to replicate the kind of extreme moisture sensation that some of them have, that kind of almost gel-like feeling. This one has that. This one truly feels luxurious. I still do really like this one. I still do have a few that I just really enjoy. My favorite exfoliating mask, I'm gonna go with the Fig. I'm from Fig scrub mask right here. This is shockingly exfoliating, yes. This is actually really nice to use, you know, it's actually really nice to use, definitely does offer physical exfoliation. Hopefully you'll be able to see just how much of that you are getting, but it's actually really nice to use. Again, you know, there's an experience in this one. It does have your scent ingredients. Not everybody wants that, I recognize, but if you're okay with it, you're allowed to enjoy it. Favorite hydrating mask, I already talked about this in the drugstore video, but we're gonna have to put it here too, the I Do Care Cake My Day. This is a really fun and really hydrating mask. My favorite clarifying mask, y'all, I've got to go with this Heimish All Clean. It is surprisingly clarifying for me because, again, it's kind of full of essential oil ingredients. You would think that with my sensitive skin, it wouldn't work out too well for me, but it does. Perhaps because it's a wash-off formula. Oh, I was nervous when I first tried this, but yeah, it's gone really well for me. Now, if you do have more sensitive skin, you may want to pay attention to this next one, my favorite soothing mask. still the I'm From Honey mask. You know, honey is just such a great ingredient for soothing. It also has antibacterial properties, really, really occlusive in sensation. You can leave this one on for quite a while too. Beautiful for calming and soothing. I think I still have some of the exfoliating mask on my hands. I could have maybe done this in better order. Anyway, we have one final product to end this video on. That's my favorite sleeping mask. And it is still the Suisu overnight mask. You know, I went without this for a little while and then I repurchased it over the summer. I have just been, can you see how much I've been going through this? It's just so good. This is another one of these products that it is higher end. But note that it is 4 fluid ounces. So in all truth, in terms of price per ounce, especially from Suisu, it's not bad. And you get so much from this. It is so deeply hydrating. I feel like it leaves my skin looking brighter. And I love the experience. I love the way this smells. Let me put this over on my other hand here, which has been really neglected in this video. But yeah, you can see it is just a moisturizer, essentially. And yet, when you use it, you'll find yourself going, no, it's so much more than a moisturizer. You may also want to make sure you layer this over another moisturizer. I think that's something that can be kind of tricky about Korean sleeping masks, is that they're actually meant to go on top of another moisturizer rather than be used entirely on their own. That's where you'll see the best results. And my friends, that's it. That's my favorite K-beauty products, at least so far, up to 2022. We've got a lot coming to the channel, though, for K-beauty in 2023. I'm so excited. I made a huge numbuzzin. I still don't know how to say it. I will by the time I make that video. I made a huge haul of their products, thanks to you all twisting my arm. Thank you for that. I think I will really enjoy that brand. So much more coming in 2023, but that's my favorites for now. As always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to share your favorites. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.